the cleanest cars I've seen in GTA Online. I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to show you how to build them. And yeah, this is what I think is the cleanest cars in GTA. It is the past 6 months. Otherwise, I would have taken so long deciding. Hopefully you enjoy the video. This Kanjo is very interesting, a very clean, simple type build. Even though there are a fair few modifications on it, he's gone for a very seamless build. And the build is not that hard to copy. You guys could probably just copy it yourself from looking at the image, except the crew color. Now, the crew color is this, whatever I've tagged. And I would put a relevant color to it if there was a relevant color. If this color wasn't so different, I could maybe, show you an alternative in LS Customs instead of having to do your own crew color. But unfortunately, that's what makes these cars great. It makes them stand out. It makes them unique. So unfortunately, yeah, there's no alternative, but I guess the wheels are Giga Mesh, which are very simple. A lot of builds on this list do have those wheels, and in white as well, so another simple color. A lot of people don't really play around when it comes to the Turismo R and the colors on it because of the F40, but there's so many nice colors that actually suit it. Ignore what my car started off with, the pink. I could have in this video gone and bought every car, but what's the point of wasting GTA, buddy? I need this for the next DLC that's coming. But as you can see, I went for the crew color, close to what this guy went with. And it's another car which, thankfully, you can actually color the interior with. Only certain interiors do that. It's annoying, I know. And you can kind of make your car a bit more unique if you got a different colored interior. And here we have a unique wheel choice, the Cup Champions, which actually look really good on this car. But the iffy part is when he does color the wheels, you will need GTA Plus, or would have had GTA Plus. Gold is alternative. I did put that down as an alternative. You can put gold on there. But other than that, the anodized copper pearl. And for people who don't know, you won't get anodized copper pearl if you buy GTA Plus now. It's something you would have had earlier. I know it's sad and it makes these things rare, but for those people that did pay for GTA Plus because they just like GTA, I guess they have an advantage. Now this car is actually my favorite on the list, the Futo GTX, and this made the thumbnail as well. And if you actually watch that video where I do display the car, it's called This Car Meet Was Special. It was our anniversary car meet. Throughout the video, you can see where it peaks, and it peaks on that car. People actually forward the video to look at that car. They rewind the video to look at that car. It is that good. And when I seen it, you could probably tell by the cinematics I did on it. It's like eye candy. I don't know. It's a bit weird and cringe to say, but this car looked spectacular. And I almost feel like copying it was a crime. I did hold back a bit. I was like, I could get the exact build, it's the same color. It's not exactly the same, but you probably wouldn't tell the difference. And clearly the audience loved this car. The car came with Cosmo Mark 3s, another popular choice for wheels, and does finish the car off nicely. I did prefer the initial D livery. I think that gives off a better finish, even though it's really hard to better that car with that sunstrip and the Japanese writing on the sunstrip as well. But he did have that naturally aspirated original Futo livery on there.
There's always some other guy who's way ahead of you, but makes it look easy. Why would they need me? Oh, I hear it now. I'm just being needy.
Itali GTO. This was from a car meet that was exactly 6 months ago, the perfect GTA 5 car meet. And there was many cars that stood out that car meet, but this car, in this purple, there's so many purples that GTA lack on. There's so many purples they could have. There's so many varieties where I think it's acceptable to bring them into the game, but there are not that many. So this leaves room to make your own. And thankfully, Creed gave me the crew color to this one, so I didn't have to do too much research. The great thing about the Itali GTO is you can actually change the interior color to what you like. Creed's interior was rolled steel, and I'm pretty sure I added the hex when I spoke about the color. These wheels, I mistakenly thought they were Ferrari, like he was basing them on Ferrari wheels, but then he told me that you based it on like Vossen wheels. They are in alloy color, and what you'll see through a lot of these cars, it's mostly the wheels and the color that makes the car. But I do try my best to show what options there are too. I think Creed had a pearlescent or shafter purple as well in this, which made that purple just, I guess, glow. I guess Creed is the only person that gave me his consent to put this in the video so you guys could copy. The rest of the guys just don't know I'm making this video. So yeah, you guys can copy the next couple of builds. I'm sure they won't mind. The slam ban isn't for everyone. And even if it was, you have to have an acquired taste to modify it, because you can't have to put suitable modifications on it. You can't just put any modification on it and any wheels or any color on this car. And what mostly stood out about this car was the modifications on this. That green, that kind of offset gradient green, is something you'd see happen. It's something you'd see like an older gentleman picking, like not just the average person, someone who actually owns this car. The wheel choice is good as well. You need to have the Benny's upgrade on it, and then it's on the Benny's original wheels, and funnily enough it's called knockoffs. But what definitely sets these wheels off is the white tire walls as well. Well, the stripe walls, which is a cool thing about Benny's, because you can't really get those tire walls anywhere else. This is one time in the video it has to be the car that has hardly any modifications. I get the color wrong. I'm not going to lie, when I was looking at the picture through my screen, I kind of thought it was the same color, but then when you get to like editing and then you put them side by side, yeah, it's not the same color. The rest of the colors I got quite spot on, but this color wasn't so spot on. But nevertheless, it does look very nice, and people don't even bring out the bullet hardly anymore. And the weird thing about this is I picked this car even though it wasn't lowered. Like, it still looked good. So the hex I put in this video is for this color that I have in the video, not the actual original one I saw. Your choice. If you want this color, there you go. The Tempesta, I'm pretty sure we've all seen so many different builds of this car. I've seen so many different builds for this car, but then there is one that stands out to me very much so, and I complimented it in my video I made, and it still looks really nice now. I did have to go to Arena War to get the headlight colors red, but this color, which I think I kind of nailed, looks really nice. And we do have Cosmo Mark 3s again in white again. There is a common occurrence. I think there's going to be a few people that are just like, oh hella, you're basically picking cars that have white wheels. It's not the case. It's not the case. But yeah, I understand how a lot of people might not share the same opinion with me. If you actually look at my cars and in 2024 I'll do a garage tour, but you can see like hardly of my builds have white wheels. Anyway, I still really like this Tempesta, and I'm glad I put it on this list. I absolutely love the Deity. The thing about it is I couldn't even change my own Deity, so I had to buy another one for this video. Again, the Deity is one of those cars where you can put any color on it. You can even Bentley themselves have very bright, extravagant colors, but the color on this car actually it just looks right. It looks like a bit of a darker, grayer British racing green, and suits luxury. And you don't even have to put any pearlescence on this car, which I didn't, of course. And definitely a weird and different choice on wheels, the retro 3-piece, which I still think suits the car. And you can put it on gold if you don't have the chameleon colored wheels, but if you do, the anodized gold pearl is a great option, and that, I mean, it's the exact option. Alongside the Futo GTX, I don't know which one's better. This Xeon Classic, which Xeon Classic is in my top 3 favorite cars in the game, and this Piss Warser one, if you watch the video, it was the saddest car meet I've ever been to, where I spoke about cars that have been removed, and unfortunately, yep, this is one of them. Again, we have a trading server in our Discord, so if you do want cars that have been removed, or cars with weird modifications, or cars with chameleon wheels, you can just buy them off other people or trade them. Not with real money, like with like exchanges, like you can swap a car for a car, or someone can just offer it you for free, make friends. But anyway, this video, the saddest car meet I've ever been to, was like, just, I don't know, there was more enjoyment when I was editing it for some reason, just because of this car. Just that airport scene. I think it's a very different twist. Of course, you scroll past liveries all the time in GTA. I don't even know why I never thought of this being a good combination, and it really is.
Ask me how I'm doing awesome. Fake energy, that's where you lost him.
I did an underground meet and it went really well, but there was one car that struck out, one car that I put in the thumbnail, and one car that I think actually got me so many views. And just like the Futo GTX, I saw a common occurrence where people were forwarding to the point of looking at this car. Now, in this video, I do the exact same spec. So if anybody wanted to actually copy this car, they could, like all the other cars. And there's no trickery here. There's no crew color. There's no special wheel paint job. Something we can all get and unlock to everyone. Of course, if you don't have the trade price, it might be a bit more expensive, but the cool thing about this is you don't need to copy it exactly. You could have a different secondary color. Your engine bay can be different. It could be like even brushed colors, and then you can match it with your neons like in this video. So yours can be the same thing but in a different color. That's what I'd advise anyway. But yeah, a car liked by many, and for a good reason as well. This was really hard to copy because there's so many modifications for the Kanjo SJ. It took me so long. Weirdly enough, it was the hardest car to copy, even though I didn't have to like color match the crew color because it doesn't have one. But yes, this underground Kanjo SJ. Very popular and probably be a bit more popular now. And that's the last one. Thank you so much for watching. If you did in any way enjoy this video, I would appreciate a like. I'm guessing you're subscribed. If not, please do subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. There's a lot more car content to come, and especially with GTA 6 around the corner. And the new DLC in 3 weeks' time. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. See you guys in the next one.